In this city, Arthur wakes to the same alarm at 7 every morning, the sound slicing through the quiet like a ritual that cannot be escaped. The red digits glare in the dim light, unwavering, as if daring him to break the cycle. Every day begins exactly the same, a seamless continuation of the day before, as if time itself refuses to move forward. Arthur moves through his morning ritual: toast, kettle, butter, marmalade, each step performed with the precision of a well-rehearsed dance. Outside, the world repeats its own choreography. A red car at 7:08, a woman drops an orange, pigeons scatter as the bus passes, all unfolding with clockwork precision. He notices but doesn't truly see them, just as one hears the hum of a fridge, present but unremarkable, fading into the background of his thoughts. Everyone moves through the same sequence, caught in an invisible web, their actions synchronized like dancers in a silent ballet. Every event resets. The orange is undropped, the coffee unspilled, the newspaper made whole, as if time itself refuses to allow change. The world is a flawless, invisible prison, its walls built from the bricks of yesterday, endlessly recycled, each day indistinguishable from the last. And so, another unchanging dawn begins, the city poised to repeat itself once more, as if the sun itself is caught in the same eternal loop. For a long time, repetition comforted Arthur, the gentle rhythm of his days, the same cup of coffee, the same quiet kitchen, the same muted light. It was a life of small certainties, but the mind notices patterns and cracks. Even the most comforting routines can't hide the subtle shifts forever. A déjà vu lingers. A woman drops an orange, and he feels he's seen it before, not just yesterday, but always. One morning, the toast pops up a second too early. It's a tiny thing, but it sends a ripple through his thoughts. Other oddities appear. A crack in the pavement vanishes. A stranger repeats a word. Each is a thread tugging at the seams of his world. The turning point is a blue marble by a drain, impossibly out of place. He picks it up. The marble feels real, a tangible anchor in a shifting world. Routine shatters. His memories become unreliable. He questions what is real, what is imagined, and what is simply repeating. The faces on the train aren't just familiar, they're the same every day. No one else seems to notice, but Arthur does. The world isn't moving forward, just spinning in place. He's the only one aware of the endless repetition. The marble is proof. Something is wrong. It is the only thing that doesn't quite fit, a clue left behind. He is awake in a world that refuses to wake with him. And now, with every breath, he searches for a way out. With awareness comes rebellion. The moment Arthur begins to see the invisible patterns shaping his life, a quiet resistance stirs within him. Arthur tries to break the cycle, first by reaching for strawberry jam instead of marmalade, a small act of defiance in a world ruled by routine. An invisible force nudges him back to the familiar, as if unseen hands guide his every move. He tries missing the 7:45 train, but coincidence conspires. A delay, a guard, and he's back in his usual seat, as if fate itself is orchestrated. The system doesn't fight with force, but with subtle redirection, always steering him back to the path he's meant to follow. Every deviation is gently corrected. A closed street, a traffic jam, a missed opportunity that feels almost preordained. Even his own body betrays him. A tight throat when he tries to speak to a stranger, anxiety rising like a silent alarm. The world is self-healing, restoring its perfect order with every minor disruption, erasing his efforts as if they never happened. Each failed rebellion chips away at his resolve, leaving him more isolated with every attempt. The rituals become the bars of his cage, each day blending into the next, sameness tightening its grip. He wonders, do the others know? Do they sense the invisible walls, or do they move through life unquestioning? Are they trapped too, or blissfully unaware, content in their unbroken routines? The loneliness of his struggle is crushing, a silent weight pressing down on him in every empty moment. The monotony he once found comforting is now suffocating. Every tick of the clock a reminder of his confinement. The system's strength is in its subtlety, its power hidden in plain sight, woven into the fabric of daily life. Arthur's every attempt to change is absorbed and erased, his resistance swallowed by the world's indifference. The world is a perfect loop, and he is its reluctant participant, forever circling the same invisible track. The urge to rebel grows, but so does the weight of futility, each day a test of his will. He is a ghost in a machine that refuses to break, his presence barely a ripple in the endless flow. The more he pushes, the more the world pushes back. The cycle remains unbroken, but the desire for change refuses to die. Arthur imagines a force behind the cycle, the architect, not a being but a law, like gravity. The architect preserves the perfect sequence, resetting every detail. Each person, object and event is a gear in a vast clockwork. When Arthur tries to change, the gears push him back into place. The system's power is its interconnectedness, not malice. The architect doesn't understand boredom or despair. To it, Arthur is just another component. His growing awareness is an anomaly, a ghost in the machine. He realizes that he's not fighting a villain but a law of nature. Direct confrontation is futile. If escape is possible, it must come from within. He must change himself, not the world. The battle shifts from the outside to the inside. The psychological weight of endless repetition is immense. Frustration gives way to hollow boredom, then despair. Every day the same words, the same jokes, the same outcomes. His mind grows dull, starved of novelty. Hope withers, purpose fades. He envies the oblivious, wishing for ignorance. Awareness is a curse. The knowledge of the cage makes it unbearable. He is Sisyphus, pushing the same boulder day after day. The struggle is not to change the world, but to survive its sameness. The weight of monotony is almost too much to bear. Unable to change the world, Arthur turns inward. The system can reset his actions, but not his thoughts. His mind becomes his refuge. He experiments with attention, focusing on the details of his breakfast, the patterns in the toast, the scent of marmalade. By observing with intent, he experiences the familiar in new ways. He extends this to his commute, noticing details in faces, sounds, and gestures. The world hasn't changed, but his perception has. Mindfulness becomes his rebellion. It's not easy. Habit pulls him back, but each success sparks agency. He chooses what to focus on, directing his own consciousness. The architect controls events, but Arthur controls his experience. This subtle shift changes everything. The prison becomes a laboratory. He finds freedom in awareness. Arthur tests the system's boundaries with tiny changes. No more grand gestures, just microscopic deviations. He alters his breathing as he walks, unnoticed by the world. The system doesn't correct him. He changes his inner reactions to repeated jokes and events. He analyzes, observes, or lets words wash over him. His emotional landscape is his own. These small acts of rebellion don't break the loop, but transform his experience. He's no longer a passive victim, but an active participant. By changing his internal response, he creates novelty and purpose. The day still resets, but he is different. He learns to live within the confines, but not be defined by them. The smallest changes bring the greatest freedom. He is a scientist in his own cage. The loop persists, but so does his spirit. Arthur's inward journey reveals a vast, unexplored world. His mind is a universe, memories, imagination, endless horizons. He explores his past, finding forgiveness and understanding. He builds new worlds in his imagination, novels, symphonies, impossible buildings. His mind becomes a sanctuary, free from repetition. Creation is his ultimate defiance. Frustration fades, replaced by calm. He grows, even in a world that does not. The external world is a prison, but he finds the key within. The door opens onto infinite possibility. True freedom is changing one's relationship to the world. The architect owns the present, but Arthur reclaims himself. He finds peace in the landscape of his mind. Arthur never breaks the cycle. The world resets unchanged, but inside everything is different. He is no longer a prisoner, but an explorer. Freedom is not escape, but mastery of the present. Each moment becomes an opportunity for choice and creation. The unchanging world is now a canvas for his inner life. Arthur's story is the story of us all, trapped by the routine, yet capable of finding meaning. True liberation is forging the key to our own inner world. Through awareness and choice, we rise above the routine. Meaning is found in the mundane. Even in a repeating world, the human soul moves forward. The horizon is within.